Okay, now we will start with our expenditures of commercial banks. Here we will see there are three types, there are three segments of the commercial banks expenditures. What is the first one? First one is giving interest to the clients on their deposits. Giving interest to the clients on their deposits. How it will be your expenditure as a bank. For example, you want to deposit a certain amount of money to the bank, so you don't want your money in the bank idly, right? So what will you do? You are giving bank the chance to use your money to another sector, so in return you are expecting some kind of extra income which will be called as interest rate. So since you are giving the opportunity to the bank to use your money, so bank will give you interest rate. So this interest rate will be the expenditure for the bank. So that is why it is saying giving interest to the clients on their deposits. Another one is giving interest to the central bank on the borrowed money. So we know individuals or any clients, if they want to take loan, they will go to the bank. So if commercial banks want to take loan, to whom they will go? They will go to the central bank. So the system is saying, if I want to take loan from the bank, from the any sort of commercial bank, I have to give an extra money which will be called as what? Interest rate. So if any commercial bank will take loan from the central bank, so definitely they will give the extra amount of money which is called the interest rate. So that is called, it is the expenditure of the commercial banks, which is saying giving interest to the central bank on the borrowed amount. Another one is giving interest to the commercial banks for the received loans. Giving interest to the commercial banks of the received loans. What is the meaning of that? It means just central bank is not only the bank that will help you to give the loans. Other commercial banks will help you to give the loans, or you get if they want to receive the loans. So yes, over there these expenditures will be counted as well as interest rate is will be applicable for the received loan for the other commercial banks. With the one word we can say banker. You need to pay your banker, or you can say your employees, money or salary or allowances, so that your banking business will run smoothly. Payment of salaries means your employee will not work for you without any salary. So no one will work for you without anything, right? So here, since you are giving money or salary to your employees, it is also considered as expenditure of commercial banks. Also allowances to the employees. Why we are calling allowances? So salary is not only the thing that can motivate your employee to perform well. Sometimes what will you do? You have to provide some kind of allowances. It can be performance bonus, it can be promotion, it can be some kind of award to the best service provided employee, so that they can motivate themselves, so that you can have the best performance of your employees in your bank. So if you provide allowances with the fixed salary, it will helpful for your employees. Also it will be considered as the expenditures of your company, of your bank actually. Okay, allowances of directors and managers. Yes, you have to give some kind of allowances and managers. Managers and directors normally has a very big role when it's about the crisis situation, or when it's about the decision making time. So since it is about the decision making time or any kind of crisis or critical situations, if you give some kind of allowances to them, then they will motivate themselves, and then they can provide the best decisions to your bank. Another one is authorities charges. Authorities charges is almost the same with the allowances of directors and managers. Authority charges is normally need when immediately you need any kind of decisions. Then higher authority, especially for the branch managers, or a bit higher of what will I say, a bit higher of the branch managers people, so they will provide you that particular type services by giving your decisions, and you will have these decisions on behalf of your bank, so that your bank will run smooth. And since you are having their decisions, so you have to pay a certain amount of money or commission, you can say, so that they can give you a very good decision. So, other expenditures of commercial banks are charges for cases or other legal measures for collecting unrecovered loans. For example, you are a big investors of particular commercial banks. Okay, so you have given loan to another party or another third party, a certain amount of money as a loan through the bank. So here you are already confirmed now that money you have given as a loan, this cannot be recovered. So you have taken the help of what? Of the bank. So here bank has helped you to collect the unrecovered loan and give this back to you. So since bank has given these services to you, definitely they will charge fees. So that is why it is called charges for cases or other legal measures for the collecting unrecovered loans. Okay. Another one is rate for offices and warehouses. We already know these banking systems or banking operations cannot be done under the open sky. Okay. What will happen? You have to rent a certain amount of places, It can be a commercial place, it can be a building. So you cannot buy this one, but you have to give the rent. So that is what it is saying, wherever you will establish your branches or your offices, definitely you have to give rent. Another one is tariffs and taxes. So taxes are given to whom? Taxes are given by the other clients, or you can say citizens that who are earning above 2 lakhs or 3 lakhs. These are the actual income. These are actually the income for the government, but since this is actually expenditure of this of the commercial banks, because their income is higher than those estimated particular amount of money. So yes, these are the expenditures of commercial banks. What is the first one? Charges for cases or other legal measures for collecting unrecovered loans. Another one is rent for offices and warehouses, and then tariffs and taxes. There are so many expenditures of commercial banks. Yeah. Then insurance premium. Insurance premium sometimes it is not actually that much applicable, but yeah, we will talk about it. How when a bank issues health insurance or any kind of car insurance, any kind of insurance on behalf of clients, they have to pay certain fees to others. So that is why it is the expenditures of the commercial banks. Another one is charges for making correspondence through post office, telephone, telex, fax, SWIFT, etc. Since we know bank is working on behalf of the client, sometimes also provide some kind of services to their clients, then what will happen? Since they are charging fees when they will work on behalf of clients, also they have to pay some kind of things like post office, then telephone, fax. So they have to pay from their pocket. That is why it is the expenditures of the commercial banks. Another one is advertising cost. Advertisement cost is to improve their brands, to improve your bank name. You have to pay, you have to advertise, you have to advertise between the TV newses. Also you can post in your Facebook pages or any kind of YouTube channel, so that people will learn about your bank, your financial activities, also your terms and policies, others that you will actually provide for your customers. So here, to improve your brand name, to improve your image name, you definitely have to pay some amount of money. So this is called the advertisement cost, and which will be considered as the expenditures of commercial banks. Another one is training charges of the employee. Training charges. Okay, you have employees, you cannot just recruit your new or fresh graduate students to your employees and expect that they will know everything inside of your bank, or you can say they will know everything what is your operating activities. So to know more, to know detail about your company, you have to make a training session for your newly recruited employees, so that they can understand your operating activities. Also, they will know what will be your salary policy, loan policy, depository policy, what type of things you are following under the central bank's regulations, so that they can work inside your bank properly. So for that, whenever you will train your employees, you have to pay some kind of money. So this is also called as the expenditures of the commercial banks.